Are you surprised at all that so many prominent Democrats have kind of gone the same route in the last couple of days? I mean, yeah, Ed Markey saying Israel has the right to defend itself from indiscriminate rocket attacks, and Pelosi saying something similar. And
But she's
I,
not progressive, and he dresses as he cosplays as progressive, and he's become progressive. But
no,
yeah,
I
point
get,
taken. Obviously, the
I
Dems
get
are, yeah.
I get that. Seemingly everywhere else, there's been like movement on this issue, but there really hasn't been much of a budge in Washington. You know,
You're totally right, and I was surprised to see Ed Markey say that, and I am kind of alarmed because U.S. politicians feel the need to preempt anything that they say with that statement. Israel has the right to defend itself from rockets, and someone actually confronted Ned Price,
Yeah,
Biden's
I
State
have
Department
that.
spokesperson. Yeah, do you want to play that?
Sadly, what's stunning about this isn't the response. I mean, it's stunning, but
Mm-hmm.
it's typical and to be expected. What I actually thought was surprising is that these reporters even ask the questions, and we'll see them ask them.
We're speaking of the principle of self-defense. We certainly.
I'm asking if you think that the principle of self-defense applies to the retaliatory, the airstrikes that they're conducting in response.
Matt, this is a very fluid situation. I would hesitate to comment on operations beyond, the rocket fire that is clearly targeting innocent civilians in Israel. So I would hesitate to speak to specific operations that have just occurred. But the broader principle of self-defense is something we stand by on behalf of Israel and every other country.
Do you think that an Israeli military response to the rockets coming in, a military response to the rockets coming in is covered by this broader rubric of self-defense, right?
Self-defense often does authorize the use of force.
Thank you, Matt. I want to ask you about East Jerusalem, but let's talk about what you said about the principle of self-defense. Does that in any way apply to the Palestinians? Do they have a right to self-defense? Do Palestinians have a right to self-defense?
In broadly speaking, Saeed, we believe in the concept of self-defense. We believe it applies to any state. I don't think that